math in high school.
Okay.
Geometry or whatever.
When my
Different
son and my
grades.
sister and I would break some.
They would find me some boys to, that was his favorite.
I wanna work for the Pleasant Valley Police Department, I don't want to do the.
I hope that that's the high brackets.
Yeah, number one, you're supposed to order, you have to give it to the
And if he's like me, they're reading better. Yeah, no, not so much. It's not reading right. Monday, Wednesday,
Can you
Sunday.
do like word problems? That's reading.
Brackets are,
Well, I mean, limited. But
every bracket
if
is on.
you sent me a great big packet, I'm probably
Oh.
this is guaranteed.
Okay,
He has built,
good to know.
he has built 3 computers. from
Metal
scratch.
glass.
Speaker case.
He's got to trade both layers of sheetrock. And go
I almost don't-
She's doing dialysis.
It worked where I used to.
One misuse.
How can I be mad?
She was working all day up north and then dialysis has to get that today, so she's stuck, for like the next 3 to 4 hours.
No, Bob,
Did you get a text from Brendan?
your son went to.
Unless her sister comes by and then relieves her, which is possible.
Started it out.
See where it was like.
Just each other.
Hello.
Yeah.
Metal.
I'm,
It is.
is there any, water,
Like a water fountain.
um,
You can get it from
okay,
You can put it up, there's one.
okay, so you guys don't serve, like little snacks or anything?
No.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't have time to do that.
We should start catering.
Start catering.
Yeah, why don't we have snacks? We should have snacks all the time.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, okay.
She needs help with it.
Yes, the reviews. He's smart. 35 years old. He's not bullied out there.
He lives.
It just gives me migraine.
What does?
Allergies. If I'm outside all day, then I have to, but it's usually very slow in my office. So usually.
Who are the council member people? Who's who?
Hi, my name is Patrick Gallagher. I'm a alderman from Ward 4.
Oh, I have the same shirt. Nice to meet
That's
you.
one of the last good games they played.
Yeah, yeah, and.
Hi, Serenity.
Yeah, hi.
Also Ward 4, nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you. And Debbie Scarborough, that reminds me of a person, my name's Amy Clark, and my husband Damien was on this thing.
City council.
Yes, or board or whatever, yeah, city council. Hi.
You live on Pleasant Valley Road, don't you?
Yes, yes,
Okay.
I
Right at the end of North Brookside, where it comes in.
yes, we get flooded there. And,
Ward 3.
okay, I don't even know what board I'm in, so.
You're in Ward 4.
If it's on the south side of Pleasant Valley Road, then you would be in.
South side? Well, I mean,
Thank you, man.
what side am I?
You're on the
You're on the south side.
Okay, yeah, I'm not good.
How do I know I'm on the south side?
Because we
Just
just.
directions.
Oh, I know, but I mean, how do you know that?
So Pleasant Valley Road runs east-west. That means there's a north side and a south side. And so if you're
Hillside
on,
Road is east, west?
It runs east west.
Oh, I didn't know that. So east, west, okay, west is left, so right, left, wait, north, south, yes. Well, anyway, nice to meet, I love your dress, that's so pretty. I want one. Where does everybody sit or?
You're welcome to sit anywhere. All these chairs are open, just as long as not in front of a computer.
So
We're good.
how many police officers? Just you to
Yeah,
know.
feel free. And then there's, I think we're gonna get started here in a second, so.
And then we have a section for public comments too, so
Yeah, that's what I was coming for.
it comes up, it's pretty early at the beginning, but the mayor will call out for public comments. And then you can
Yeah, I
come
know. I know, well, I'm used to seeing David. I just love him. He's just the sweetest, so. I'm so nervous.
Anyway, yeah.
You ready?
Not really, I'm thinking, I have no makeup on.
Okay, I'm gonna call this meeting to order. I can't even see
6:05.
6:05. Let's have the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Clerk, call the roll.
Gallagher.
Here.
Gallagher.
He's not.
He had to go. They had to rush to
Scarborough.
here.
Showers.
Here.
Olson.
Here.
Okay. Let the record reflect that we do have a quorum. And let's move on to the approval of the consent agenda. Can I have a motion for that?
Motion.
Is there a second?
Second,
Was that Serenity?
yes.
Okay. Any discussion about any item? Okay. Clerk, call the roll.
Gallagher.
Yes.
Scarborough.
Yes.
Showers.
Yes.
Olson.
Yes.
Hey, what did you do?
All right. The next is public comments and guests. We do
Hey,
have,
we didn't get it?
no,
Oh, I'm sorry.
Angie Hughes from MOSA coming forward to address the council.
Well, can I go get it while she's doing? Or no?
What do you need?
Well, she.
Good evening.
Hi.
Hi, oh, sorry.
Sorry
Sorry about that.
Right, we'll be on stage.
Okay, right, I only.
I just didn't get it.
So I am here with MOSA, as she said, Missouri Securities Investment Program. We are a local government investment pool. So we invest operating funds and or bond proceeds for taxing authorities or entities with policing power. So cities, counties, school districts, fire districts, people like yourself, and work with about 50 cities across the state of Missouri currently, looking to continue to increase that, obviously. But we follow state statute with all of our investing. So we know you're dealing with taxpayer dollars. We want to make sure we keep those safe. We, obviously don't want to invest in anything that's going to be risky. So our number one priority is safety, and then liquidity. We know you need those funds when you need those funds, and we want you to be able to access them. And then yield. So we obviously want you to make money on it, but that's not our number one priority. So we're not going to go invest in risky investments just to earn you a little extra income. So we invest in state-approved state-approved investments, treasuries, agencies, top-rated commercial paper, things that are not going to lose principal. We have a couple different investment options. We have what we call our liquid. It's basically just like a money market. You have access to those funds same day if you request it by 1 p.m. Central, or next day if it's after 1 p.m. Central. So very, very liquid, $1 to invest, no minimum. There's, no, I'll get to that in a second, I guess I was gonna go. And then another option is term. So you have to have $1 million to invest in term, but that is a locked in rate. We have term all the way from 60 days up to a year. And you are locked into whatever that rate is when you purchase that term for that length of time. So it kind of is a way to lock up a little bit, better rate maybe if we're expecting rates to decrease. Third option is CDs. Those you can purchase anywhere minimum of about 100,000 up to about 240,000 to keep it under that 250,000 FDIC insured amount. So those are the three different options that we have. The two obviously lock in. The CDs go anywhere from, I think it's 180 days up to 2 years, but the liquid is, just like it says, very liquid, allows you to access those funds right away. So there's no contract that you have to sign to work with us. There's no annual fee. There's no statement fees. We just require you to pass an ordinance as a city. That's what I'm asking you guys to do tonight, to pass an ordinance to work with us. And then we set up accounts and you can start funding. We want you to keep your local bank. That's where your checks are going to be paid out of. But we just offer an option for maybe earning a little bit higher interest on the money that you don't need right away.
Patrick.
So here's the context behind this. We've been talking over the last several months about adding additional funds out of our checking accounts into the investment portfolio. Our existing investment strategy is the same provider as our checking services. When we were starting to work with that, we found that there might be some pain points with our existing setup. And MOSIP was, we set up a meeting with them to be able to understand what their offerings were. And so what this proposition, it doesn't change our fundamental strategy, segregated accounts for investment accounts per fund with the totals that line up with what we had previously passed, like for instance, I think it was $750K for
Verdant Street.
For Verdant Street. Those numbers that we talked about previously, still segregated, subdivided based off of the FDIC maximums. The only difference is the provider would be different. One of the good things about the liquidity of MOSIP is they have the two options that appeal to us are the certificates of deposits, the CDs, and the liquid series. Liquid series, if we notify them that we need funds for purchase, for an emergency, for planned expenditures, if we get a hold of them before 1 o'clock in the afternoon, we will get the funds same day. If we get a hold of them after 1, then it'll be the next morning. So that allows us the flexibility to be able to access the funds that we have, and the rate of return is competitive with what our existing portfolio was going to offer us. So I think this is a really good plan for us to do, and we brought Ms. Angie in to help answer any questions that we may have. The ordinance is quite lengthy.
Yeah.
That's the thing that we're passing today. And all that does is it establishes the relationship between the city and MOSIP. It doesn't dictate investment strategies. It doesn't lock us into the vehicles that we're going to do. It allows us to have that relationship and start creating the strategy. And the strategy that we're going to implement at the beginning is the exact same that we've done, and any changes will come to the board as alterations based off of the current economy and current needs of the city. So that was my little context piece. Does anyone have any questions?
I do. Oh, can I ask you a question?
Not,
Oh, I'm not supposed to?
not currently.
Why?
This is for board discussion.
So I have a question, but it's for Patrick, not for Angie. So I don't know if anyone else has questions for Angie. I don't want her to just stand up here when we have a discussion if anyone has questions that are directed for her.
No.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for coming, Angie.
Yep. So my question is just about the investments in general.
Mhm.
That's why I didn't need to ask her in particular, but I was wondering if, and I missed the last finance committee meeting, so I don't know if this was something that was discussed at the last finance committee meeting, so I might be behind. So forgive me if I'm asking some questions that have already been asked.
Sure.
Did you look at a couple different, I don't know if companies is the right word, companies that offer these types of investments, and this was the one that we landed on, or is this one of the only ones that we can really do business with as a city? Like, what was the strategy for picking this?
MOSIP came recommended from other municipalities.
Okay.
There's several local cities that also utilize MOSIP, and it's not isolated to just cities. As Andrew said at the beginning, it's really anybody that has like a public fund fiduciary responsibility. So school systems, hospital systems, if they're contributed by state funds, stuff like that, and then cities as well.
Okay.
And so,
Can I add something?
yeah,
Of course.
absolutely.
We're also sponsored by MML and MAC.
Okay.
So that also, basically what that means is any money that's deposited into the pool, a portion of that actually goes back to them to help with some of the programs that they're able to offer the cities.
Okay, that's great to know. Thank you.
Yeah.
Any other questions from the board? Okay, any questions from the audience?
Hi, my name's Amy Clark and.
Amy, you must come up here.
Come on up there. Oh, okay,
It helps us be able to hear you.
okay. Hi. Right there?
Okay.
Yep.
Where the microphone is.
Oh, good. My name's Amy Clark and, I wanted to know, first of all, as Serenity was saying, is this the only, company or whatever? I mean, I believe that there should at least be two, for sure two. I don't believe that, oh, okay, here's one and, take it or leave it kind of thing. That's the first thing I believe in. Second thing, I think that would be a good idea to make sure that it is a fiduciary, and also what is the profit margins that are going to go to the city, and then also MML and and any benefits that are going to go to the city employees. But what about the citizens of Pleasant Valley? Because, you guys have really good insurance and everything. And as you know, our insurance, I mean, I don't have to say anything about that. But is there anything in this, or could we have something where there could be a certain amount instead of going to MML? Or, I mean, it's great that you guys, I respect and I want everybody to make tons of money and stuff, but what about the next, we've got for sure 2 years where the funding of Medicaid, and then and it's probably going to go into Medicare, and that the Medicare. Okay, first of all, a lot of people don't
Okay.
realize.
I think we get what's going on.
Okay, but it's not. It's just not pregnant women. It's Medicaid. A lot of.
You're off the topic here.
So,
Yeah,
Can I
Patrick, go ahead.
answer
Yes,
some-
Patrick's our financial chair, so he'll probably be able to answer this the best.
Yeah, I just want to answer some of the stuff. A lot of what you spoke about towards the end was a little off topic. And the only reason I say that is because when we look at funding municipal services, this is funding that will help the city provide better services for first responders, for public works, for the structure of the city as we know it. It provides for roads and streets, it provides for street signs, it provides for
Sewer.
the EMTs and paramedics that serve the city. The stuff that you're talking about, while I know it is a big concern at a national level, we're not in a position to help change that. We are looking for better, safe, and better rate of returns for funds that help us directly, that help you directly, that help everybody in the city directly. Does that make sense?
It makes perfect
Sure.
sense, but actually, you chose, if you would, I would gladly have you come over to my house. Our driveway has been shoveled up and probably 6 times. The roads, every single time, it's gone up. In fact, every time I walk across the street, the road, literally this last time, it just keeps falling. I have to literally be careful. So when you say roads and that, that's great. But it's not helping me. I should be able to, I have to go across the street to get my mail.
Sure.
So I should be able to, not worry that I'm gonna step on a piece of road, the black road that was just done.
Yeah, Pleasant Valley Road was just
Yes,
repaved
yes,
in last
yes,
year.
and
Yeah.
and there's crumbles all over.
Okay,
And
I mean,
we don't have any, but then, all different kinds of companies have, that whole area from I can't think of it, the fire department where you know, where they get the.
There's at the front window, there's a desk tray of business cards. Find the one that says Patrick Gallagher on it, Ward 4. If you want to send me pictures of what you're talking about, I'd be more than happy to help engage the proper city services to help the stuff that you see impacting your little piece of Pleasant Valley, okay?
Sure.
Does that work? I mean, I'm willing to hear you out on this.
Okay, yeah, I mean,
Okay.
because it's just, I mean, anybody could walk by, you could just drive by and take pictures. It's very noticeable. It's not.
Yeah, I drive Pleasant Valley Road very frequently, and that's what I'm saying. I don't notice it, so if you can take a picture and show me what you're seeing, that may help draw my eye to it.
Okay, all right. Well, I was just trying to.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you for your
thanks.
comments.
thank you.
Yeah, no, thank you.
And
Oh.
Serenity,
Yeah,
did you want?
I was just gonna make a further comment on what you asked about. So everything that we invest with
Are you
city
talking to
funds,
me?
yes,
Oh, okay.
everything that we invest with city funds is all public funds. None of the money gets put into employees' pockets, none of the money gets put into our pockets. Everyone on the board makes a couple $100s to be here. None of us have insurance through the city. All of us work our own jobs or are retired. So I just want to make sure that you know that when we're investing public funds, when we're working with people like MOSIP or we're with our bank, we're doing CDs, none of that money comes back to us. All of that goes back to public funds that go towards things for the city. So just, I want to make sure that that's clear so that you kind of understand the way that the money's spent. None of that is invested as profit for individuals that work here.
Well, when Damien was on the board, insurance, you guys, I mean, you know, dental health, medical, everything. You guys-
Employees, yes,
Employees,
the board
yeah.
members, no.
Well,
Our city employees, yes, full-time city employees, yes, we have the health benefit.
Damien, I thought maybe the board members changed. I mean, so none of you guys get to have any health insurance?
No, I don't get mine through the city. I have my own small business that I run and I pay for my own insurance in my small business.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought you guys still, I don't know when this change occurred, but I know when Damien was on the board, we went to that In-N-Out place. It actually ended up raining, but that weekend down in that Ozark or Spring, or, and, but we were offered, medical, dental, health, and, I got vision, all that. I didn't know I thought you guys all had that. And I didn't realize that, so, I'm sorry, I apologize.
No, you're totally fine. I just wanted to make sure that you understood the way that when we're talking about public funds and when we're talking about investing the money, it's so that we can have more money that gets brought into the city. None of that is for profit for aldermen, for mayor, for employees. All of that is just profit that can then be put towards the city rather than having the money just sit in a bank account where it doesn't grow. We may as well let the money that we have work for our citizens so that we can provide you better infrastructure for roads, for police, for anything that has to do with you.
Okay, all right, well,
Public goods.
I apologize, I was not trying, I thought you guys had it, and I'm really surprised that you guys are not at least offered, some type of, even major medical or something, gosh forbid if some, if I was a board member, I would, not to be selfish and take money or away from other people, but I mean, health insurance is, needed. It's important. And I'm okay. I didn't
Thank
know.
you so much for your comments.
Okay,
I appreciate it.
I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm sorry. Well, you guys should.
I have just one question, if I may. So,
Yeah.
so if sewer and road street money is going into the program, the money it earns, does that go back into
Yes.
sewer and street? Which
Absolutely.
Yes.
I think this is a great program. It's a great idea. Otherwise, that money sits there.
Yes.
Those two categories, as you know, a lot of times have large chunks of money in them for unforeseen and emergencies and such. So yeah, so I think that's awesome.
Yeah, when I said that our strategy isn't changing, we're still segregating separate vehicles for each fund, and the interest gained and dividends gained, whatever that return is, stays with the fund from whence it came.
That's what I thought. But, yeah, I think it's great to, add to the pot.
Great.
Okay, any other questions?
I don't have anything further.
Okay, clerk, call the roll.
I
Oh,
don't think
no.
we've actually had the ordinance come through.
I'm sorry. So,
I think we just need it read by title.
yeah.
Yep.
Matthew, go ahead and read Council Bill 3609.
An ordinance authorizing the city of Pleasant Valley, Missouri to enter into an intergovernmental cooperation agreement for the investment of public funds through the Missouri Securities Investment Project.
Okay, do I hear a motion to approve Council Bill number 3609 on the first and place it on the second?
A motion to approve.
Steen?
Second.
Serenity? Okay, so moved in second. Any further discussion about this? Please call the roll.
Gallagher,
Yes.
Scarborough,
Yes.
Showers,
Yes.
Olson.
Yes.
Okay, the motion's been approved. Matthew, please read Council Bill number 3609 for a second time.
An ordinance authorizing the city of Pleasant Valley, Missouri to enter into an intergovernmental cooperation agreement for the investment of public funds through the Missouri Securities Investment Project.
Do I hear a motion to approve Council Bill 3609 on the second reading and adopt it as ordinance 3608?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Okay. Discussion from anybody at this point? Okay, please call the roll.
Gallagher,
Yes.
Scarborough,
Yes.
Showers,
Yes.
Olson.
Yes.
Okay, motion is approved.
So somebody, they got a
Thank you.
second job? Who, where?
I have no
Right here.
comments.
Thank you.
Amy, do you want to address anything else to the board?
Yeah, I do, but gosh, it's gonna sound terrible now. But it did happen and,
If you're gonna.
oh, yeah, that's right, I'm sorry.
Thank you for coming in.
Thank you. What's your name?
Thank-
I didn't realize that.
Do we want to break real quick before we do her and sign the ordinance so that she can walk out with it?
Oh, sure.
You got her, you can
Please.
send it to me tomorrow.
Yeah, we can take a,
I can make
do that.
I'll make a motion for a 5-minute recess.
That's it.
Clerk, call the roll. Sorry, Angie, or Amy.
No
Gallagher.
problem.
Yes.
Scarborough,
Yes.
Showers,
Yes.
Olson.
Yes.
Okay. Now, do you want to take mine?
Also.
Yes, they are.
What are all these things here?
So. So we'll go in this order.
I saw that, but I didn't want to
Yes.
That was last month. We've already done that.
I am, yes. We've dealt with it before.
And that's what you were just reading. All of that.
Oh.
This is the markup. And then Matthew, the city clerk, will speak on his agenda. And you kind of have to go to it.
Need to pull her out.
No, yes, I'm going to give her 5 minutes.
Oh,
So maybe somebody
Yeah.
heard that she's
You want me to call you to sign?
she can order
You
this.
guys not in public? You guys want me to not talk? You guys can.
Oh, no, anything that's public business, we like to, yeah, so Angie's here for that ordinance, so we have her sign, that way she can leave, she doesn't have to sit here through the rest of the meeting, if she doesn't want to, she's welcome to. I think she was just pointing through the agenda that we have. So we're still in our public comment section, so next is you, we have 5-minute limit on public comments. So you're welcome to come up there, address the board for 5 minutes. And then anything that you bring to us, we'll take notes, and then we can either contact you back, or we can come back to a future meeting for answers.
It blows my mind. And it's still happening.
It's totally up to you.
can't tell you what.
It is, we are here for you, we're here to support the citizens, so if a citizen has a comment, we are very happy to hear it. And I just wanted to let you know that there's that 5-minute limit, so that way if you had a few things you wanted to hit, if you wanted to like kind
I'm
of
always gonna let them know.
make sure you guys hit your main points, and you can always come back to a future meeting. And then again, you can always ask them by email, you've got Patrick's contact, and so in case you need to, we'd be happy to help address any concerns that you might have.
Everyone by JP or anything?
Does that make sense?
So there was no movement at all. So it's exactly.
Well, it's just,
So it's
we have
like
a
my wife
kind of
needs
strict
to-
limit,
and so
that's some of the other
we're
guests, and we have people who are also here for their points, and we want to make sure that we're getting things done on time limit, so.
But when I was a teenager, I used to go by.
It's finished, and then
Keys, and then like my-
get back to her day.
So I can.
Yep, all of our meetings are live streamed, but we have that was the ordinance that I actually moved for, so that way for citizens who can't make it here, because it's a work day, you know, whatever, they've got kids, they can watch the meetings from home too. That way they can still be involved with what's happening in their local government even.
It's multi-use.
There's things that we said.
Yeah.
Do we have that somewhere, a QR code?
It's always posted in the newsletter under the clerk's section.
Yeah. QR code or something from City Hall to that.
Well, what are you saying? We can't change the laws that the city allows from state purposes. You were saying like medical and outside.
Well, just like to write this down. It's also, it's also in the Pleasant Valley flyer that gets delivered to your house. They also put in there the QR code to the YouTube, so it's easier to scan a QR code. But if you go onto YouTube, it's City of Pleasant Valley. Oh, there you go. She said it's in the clerk's section, the clerk's comment section, something.
It's under the clerk's.
Oh, yeah, well.
Is it like blank?
Yeah, but.
Like it's typed out?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Is that the one you wrote down?
Yeah, it's, I mean, we just give her the whole title,
Yeah,
so.
just Google that.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Oh, you're fine.
No, you're not.
Just wait for Matthew.
Maybe make a copy.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'll call return when he gets back.
Basically in the middle.
No, two.
I'm too, yeah.
She's a fabulous house.
I mean, maybe she's something in her yard. Yeah, no, yeah.
It's like it's sandwiching up and, oh, right, yeah.
I said, I don't think they can see me, there's only 2 people that I would, will make it, surrender, that I would call, nobody else. I don't trust the police, not after what happened.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you,
Matthew
Angie.
was with me, we had to get out of here. Oh, okay. Can't you just turn the volume down or something? Right now?
No, World Wide Web.
Okay, can we come back into, is there a motion to come back into open session?
So moved?
Second.
Is there a
Second.
Second? Okay.
Second.
Clerk call the roll.
Gallagher,
Yes.
Scarborough,
Yes.
Showers,
Yes.
Olson.
Yes.
Okay,
Sorry. that was a lot.
Amy?
Yes, hold on. I mean, I'm sorry, I just, my mouth is very dry.
You want me to go get you some more water?
Yes, I'm kind of, I feel really bad. But, I actually am gonna need documentation because I have to fill out reports.
Take a deep breath and come up to the microphone.
Oh, yeah, okay. And Matthew knows about this. I told him, I talked to him. And David knows about it. Matthew, that's what I'm gonna be talking about.
You've got 5 minutes.
And this slide to the side.
Yes. Organize your thoughts.
You can put your papers right there.
So even though I have 80. Okay, well, good evening. My name is Amy Clark. I'm 58 years old, and I have lived here in the city of Pleasant Valley since August 13th, 2009. And hold on, my husband put this in for me. I walked to the fire station on, it had to have been Tuesday. I believe it was Tuesday, and the people at the fire station will know. So I went to the fire station to get some pamphlets for information about help with food, medical expenses. A lot of things are going up, and and then I've also, my husband and I have been having some problems and things, and so I walked up there. He wasn't home, and I was gonna walk back home when a police officer, S. Hickok, he wanted to take me to the police station, and I didn't understand because when I left my house, I didn't bring my purse, I didn't bring any medicine, I didn't even shut my door. I wasn't planning on, being there at the fire station very long. So I had nothing on me. I had a pair of shorts, flip-flops, and tank top.
And once you got to the police station, what happened?
Well, he took me to the police station, and I told him, I said, I said, wait a minute, am I in trouble? What's going on? Why do I have to go to the police station? And I was so scared. And he's like, no, you don't have to worry about it. And he was like telling me that, that he believed what Damien did, made it. He had to take me, even though, like I said, this was 9:30 at night. I mean, the fire people, the firemen people, and Matthew, you when I talked to you, I mean, you were involved with this with me, remember?
He took you downstairs.
No, well, we did go downstairs, but then we left because I started having a panic attack. I have severe anxiety and stuff. So, I mean, I hid behind him and I walked out. I couldn't even do it.
So what do you want the council to do?
Okay, wait a minute. This situation is still going on. So what happened is I was at the police station for almost 5 hours, and I wasn't given food, water. I never knew that I could leave, that I could just leave. And, and I was hungry. I kept saying, I'm hungry. I kept saying, why do I have to stay here? He had me write a statement, and I wrote almost 3 pages. And then, but he was like, but wait a minute, you have to write something about, I had a little bruise, it's right here, about this. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And he's like, well, because then you can get, then I can get you an ex parte, that's part of you, or whatever, which I didn't even know the definition of. No one said anything to me, and he was like, you can go to a hotel tonight. And I asked him, and I said, because he said, are you hungry? And I said, yes. And he said, well, I will take you to McDonald's. And I said, can I have a Happy Meal, And he's like, yes, but of course that didn't happen. And so then I had to sit in there and wait, and no one talked to me, no one asked me anything. Nothing. I sat there, and I was freezing. I was so cold. I was freezing. And so I didn't know, but apparently he and 2 other officers went to my house and picked up Damien. I guess they went into our home and asked. I guess Damien said they asked him 4 times, where was I? Because I left my purse at home, my phone, everything. Like I said, I went to the fire station,
We understand that.
Right, okay, so apparently, so they picked him up and did something, and then the officer came back and he brought, it's a phone, it's I can't make regular calls on it, but I play games, I play Crazy Eights, just games like that, and then he took it from me, but I didn't know, if it is that good, bad, indifferent, and then he came back and then he said, okay, if you need to call, you can call, and then he said, I'm gonna make it to where you can call just me, but if you really needed to, you can just call 911. But he said, I'm going to make it so the phone will only ring to his house. And I was like, okay. This time, again, I'm like, please, So then I had to sit there again. So I guess because he brought Damien up, and then Damien had.
So what do you want
Okay, so
the
he has
council
been-
to do?
Okay, so he.
I just want to ask the summary. Are you upset with the way that you were treated?
Yes, but
Okay.
but I'm not even.
So-
I haven't even gotten into the part where he.
So here's my recommendation. We have a complaint process. We have paperwork that you can fill out that says, I believe I was treated unfairly. I'm upset with the way that I was treated. This happened and that happened and this happened. And you sign your name to it, and it gets filed with the city. I encourage you to lay out your entire story on paper so that we can follow the proper procedure for this, okay?
Okay, but wait a minute. So he called.
All I'm saying is we can't fix this here.
Yes.
But he
Hearing-
called my son, who lives in the state of Michigan, in the middle of the night. He has.
Ms. Amy,
I-
we need
he
the
didn't-
paperwork to go along with this. I'm not trying to be,
Obtrusive.
So you
I'm
think
just
it
trying to
is.
give you a path forward on how to resolve this. And the first thing is to get your entire account, your entire story on paper, okay?
Google, I cannot, for the last week, and I think actually, sir, you were in the municipal court thing going into the judge room when I was speaking with Mr. Chapman. But I cannot get onto Google. I cannot text. I cannot send email messages. He has taken over my phone and my Google account, and I can give you my phone and I can show you my phone.
Doesn't matter now. Your time
It
is
doesn't
up.
matter now.
Your
Okay,
time is,
except that I
your
still-
time, your time is up, and
But I
we've
still-
given you a way to communicate your situation.
And
with
who am I
us.
supposed to communicate with? Who?
You're supposed to put it on paper like Patrick asked you to.
Okay, and who, and how can I trust? Because that man had me sit up there for almost 5 hours. And
All
I
you have
kept
to do is turn it into City Hall up here, and Matthew will take your complaint.
I did.
Mayor, I will go get her the complaint form.
Okay,
Yes, I want you to have that paper. We can't do anything without any of this being on paper with your name attached to it.
Okay, well, I have notes right here, but the other thing is that he still he still is on my computer. He took over my, the secondary email, and my primary email I can't get, and it's on my cell phone. Google has said, I've sent messages to Google. They're trying to find out there, because I said the city is not doing anything. No one is doing anything. I said I can't email, so I can't even do anything. I can't call. I can't.
But you can write it out.
I do.
We need that on record, on paper, and then we can do, we as a board are made up of people that are accountable to the people. We will make sure that your complaint gets the proper eyes on it.
The proper eyes on it. Okay, so what am I supposed to do in the meantime? Because I have a doctor's appointment, a phone appointment. So what am I supposed to do? Because my phone, I can't do voicemail, and I can't do email, and I can't do text.
So
Are you asking for to go to a shelter?
No, this is the police officer who is doing this. This is the police officer. He has, ever since he did that, took that play phone, which Google has all these things about. If you look at it, it's a law where the police, fire department, if you have a problem, they don't have to, they can get into your phone and they can, hey, she needs help or whatever. They don't have to know your password or PIN or fingerprint or whatever. If you're in danger, hey, they can do that. Okay, but how?
I can tell you, our city does not have procedures for our
Or
fire or
capabilities.
police to get into your property.
Okay, it's in the city, it's on,
Fill that out.
okay, so Google
No,
and every other, okay.
you have,
So,
I'm sorry.
right, so I'm supposed to have, I don't have anyone to try.
Amy, when you're done with the form, you can bring it to the court,
The court, where's the court?
down below, behind the building.
Is that where the police is?
They're in a different office, but yes.
Police station.
Well, it's the same building as what you're in right now.
But this isn't the police station.
Okay.
Then you can
How-
deliver it
You
upstairs to
can
Matthew
deliver it
then.
upstairs,
You
and
deliver
they'll give it
Matthew
to
then.
us.
That's the window right here inside this lobby.
You know Matthew, you trust, Matthew's been talking to you for a couple of days. That, I trust Matthew to handle any paperwork you give him with integrity.
Okay, thank you.
okay. Alderman, any further comments? Okay, Alderman comments. Old business?
I have a,
Okay.
maybe old business, I don't know. Long time ago, Stephanie was talking about making her road, and I don't know if this idea had come up, but I was driving in Briarcliff and there's all these speed bumps, which makes a huge difference to how fast you can go down the road. Is that something we considered? I don't even remember.
Yeah, I
We did.
can answer
At the
that.
time, yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that was something that we had brought up, and we actually had Public Works look into it, and he gave us a report. I don't remember
So
who it was
I
that,
deferred,
let Chris take over, he knows more than I do.
short story on it, researching other cities. It's deemed a liability. So I reached out to Myrna, city insurance company, and they were like an adamant, no, please don't.
he had given us a few different reasons. We had a paper and maybe we can find that and give it to you of some of the reasons that they gave as to why they are no longer encouraging cities to put in speed bumps. I remember one of the ones that really caught my eye was for emergency vehicles because and that was something that to me very struck. I was like, that actually makes a lot of
Okay,
sense. If emergency
yeah.
vehicles trying to get down a road, it can, as well as, yeah, it
Wow.
can damage the vehicle as well as obviously
That's big
severely
road.
slow down their response
Okay.
times.
Yeah.
So for me, that was one of the big reasons, but then also there was problems with people having damaged their cars and then suing cities. So there was a couple of different,
The
Yeah.
speeders would actually hit the traffic calming device of whatever sort, damage the vehicle, sue the city, and win.
and they were winning those,
There was
yeah.
also
Oh my
cases of them
gosh.
going so fast that they would hit the speed bump, and it would throw them onto the sidewalk, and they would kill a child or somebody walking and that sort of thing. So Murma's position on it was, please don't.
Yeah, as cities, it's like, it ended up being just too high of a liability and there was too many
We-
downsides.
What about those large speed bumps, like not the small 2-foot ones,
It's
but the ones that are like
same.
over 4 foot?
That's the Briarcliff are like 4.
The
Yeah.
those black ones.
They give you a warning and then they have to.
Yeah, those are the ones
Oh,
that
okay.
actually
It
work.
was- it doesn't bother me.
But if I'm not mistaken, didn't Jared purchase
Speed sign thing?
yeah,
Yeah, we have a
Not
couple,
purchase, I mean, we had a guy come in and we met with him last week or the week before.
The regular.
that's right.
But
I
like
think we
a couple,
approved-
it
we
was like
approved it,
three,
What, 3 of them, I
yeah,
think?
3 of them, I think,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah, which was one of
Which
the
is-
things that we were doing to help address some of these issues. And then, again, we had a conversation about some of the signs, like to slow down because there's children at play. And again, it all comes down to like liability and legal issues of why there's all these restrictions for cities about insurance companies recommending you don't put up these signs, you don't put up speed bumps because it ends up being a liability for the city. But it was something that we looked into and had both police and public works kind of give us a full breakdown on.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
But whenever we talk about something, it doesn't mean that it stops the conversation.
Yeah.
But let's talk about how we use those new speed radar things. If we find that those are ineffective or we still see issues, then let's talk about something else. Like,
Yeah.
It's good for some of these things to keep recurring.
Until we get it fixed.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
Was that the scientific feedback loop?
Yeah.
You gotta take an action and then monitor for the results of the action and then readjust it. Yeah. I had
Any other
an
business?
item on old business. It was related to the animal shelter that we talked about, I think, last meeting or 2 meetings
The
ago.
feline?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the feline catch and release program not being free anymore. There's a cost associated with it. So given that there's a cost, I think there needs to be like either an ordinance or resolution that would address, and that would allow the city to start incurring a cost. I suggest that we cap it at $1,000 per year for those services and then set up a procedure by which if there are charges to be made and like back to the city, that it would go through Clerk Chapman to be able to approve the expense if it's under the limit, and then come to the board if we start approaching the limit. Whatever those procedures would need to be outlined as, and then that cap and the relationship between us and them, whether that cost introduces a difference to the relationship. Whatever that is, I move that we put all that into an ordinance resolution of vehicle at the next meeting so that we can
For you to
continue
approve.
to use, for the board to approve
Okay.
to use that, continue to use that service.
All right.
Would it be best for us to do what we've done in the past couple of times of bringing a draft ordinance to the board rather than bringing a full ordinance that gets passed at that meeting? So that way it's more of, here's a starting off point, make adjustments, and then the next meeting kind of gives us the finalized one. I know we've done that for a couple of things, and I think sometimes when we're kind of like, we're not really clear how much we want to spend, we're not really clear how it's going to be written, that might be easier than having to have it fully finished. And then,
Yeah, like get a draft bill and then we approve the draft bill pending legal review.
and then the next
get
meeting would be the
yeah.
full approval.
I like that. So whatever that motion is.
Does
Really
that
bad
need, does that need to
motions.
be a motion? I don't think it has to be a motion.
Well, just change it from bring the ordinance, or I move to have Matthew create the ordinance, to I move to direct Matthew to create a draft ordinance for our review at the next meeting, and then.
I'll second
take the
that.
process from there.
Any further questions, discussion? Clerk call the roll.
Gallagher,
Yes.
Callaghan,
Yes.
Scarborough,
Yes.
Showers,
Yes.
Olson.
Yes.
Okay. Any other old business? All right, committees, administration, Matthew?
I provided a written report. I don't think there's anything on there I needed to further discuss. The only thing I would add, I have dates in front of me. We're taking our son back to college this coming weekend, and my wife and I are probably gonna take a couple days after that, be taking vacation days.
Okay, so you're leaving on the 9th, yes?
Yes. That's Saturday?
Yes.
Yes.
So you'll be out the 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th?
Yes.
Okay,
And we don't need to close City Hall because
No,
of that.
no.
Yep.
Lisa's here.
Lisa will be taking over.
Well, the mayor's here all day too.
Yeah, no.
No.
I see you all day long, just like you see me.
Obviously, you don't go up anymore, so, okay.
That's all day.
That's when my day starts.
Yeah. Me too.
You're just letting everybody know. Anything further? Questions for Matthew? Fire department. Chief Pete, you're going out of order.
Okay. So I didn't have a written report, but I did include, this is, I think mainly for informational purposes for you, since you've approved the fact that we have, are doing EMT classes at the station through, Midwest Emergency Academy. Well, they're going to start doing paramedic classes, which is a higher level and which requires a consortium of a training entity, which they are, a city, a municipality, a department, which we are, and a university, which is North Central Missouri College. So what we're going to do, what we'd like to do, that requires a board, and I will be the member on that board. It's to be a 4-member board, 2 people from Midwest Emergency Academy and the university. And all this is required so they are able to provide a paramedic class, which we'll be hosting at our facility. And this is a commitment. They're trying to do it right now. Most paramedic classes are 18 months to get your paramedic license. They're trying to speed that up a little bit, but so it is a commitment. They do, and again, we'll charge that same. We charge $150 a night when they want to use our facility, so our training room. So it is not a lot of revenue, but it certainly is something. And for us, it gives us the opportunity. I mean, Pleasant Valley is 1.3 square miles, but we're making a name for ourselves kind of in the EMS world. People are starting to know, we've got a lot of ride-alongs for the EMTs now. We're well staffed with EMTs. We do need medics, so this is just a way for us to really, get our name out there. They see what we have here, and so it's a good thing, I think, for everybody.
Okay.
It's a win-win. But that's what that's.
And when are we starting this?
So we're in the beginning phases. So,
Okay.
I haven't signed that paperwork yet, so we'll create that. We first have to create the board, and then kind of see what all the steps that they'll have to do. That the only thing I'm really going to do is we have to meet once a year. So.
I've got a couple of questions.
Sure.
On number 10, it says Midwest Emergency Academy shall provide classrooms, equipment, and supplies for all courses it provides in the AEMT and paramedic curriculum. Is that incorrect? Are they providing classrooms?
So they would be supplying all the supplies. We are providing the classroom. But, probably shouldn't say that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's like
Sort of says
textbook materials
Midwest will
or
Just to make sure.
classrooms and Pleasant Valley will provide classrooms, all the same.
Yeah.
And I just want to say that generally, while I think it is a very good idea that we have students in our facility, it gets our name among people who are going to get licensures, who we need those people with licenses. It increases our visibility in the hiring. I want to make sure that that doesn't come at the cost of increased maintenance costs of any of the equipment that we have, like CPR dummies or any other, like
So we're not
equipment like
providing,
Lucas
we're not
devices.
providing them any equipment, and actually, we have our two TVs in there. One's kind of blinking out on us.
Kind of on the fritz, yeah.
They're asking if they can buy us a TV to put out there.
Okay.
So,
yes.
they're
I
doing-
want the Texas.
Okay.
So,
So before we sign anything, I really want to make sure that that delineation is really clear, that we are providing the classroom, we're providing the physical place that they meet. We're also providing, what I believe this, a paramedic program requires, is that the site that they do it, it can't be like the Civic Center. It has to be like, they're not just using our building, they're using our licensure
Equipment?
almost, our identity as an emergency healthcare provider. Is that true?
well, we are creating an independent entity. This consortium
Yes.
has three parts to it, but it is a separate entity.
Okay.
For, all of those reasons.
Yeah. The only reason I asked that is because with doing the EMT stuff, it didn't require a consortium. I don't know. I'm not going to. But the agreement between three parties, that I think that this rises a little bit greater level than that. And then I'll admit a lot of this is from my own ignorance as well. I wish to know more about it. I think we as a board need to know a little bit more about it before we can really approve something like that. And with some of the language in here, I think that we need to reevaluate what the value of that is to the city, or the cost that could be incurred by the city. So to kind of reevaluate the actual payment that we receive for doing an EMT class versus doing a paramedic class. Paramedic classes, I know it goes on for a longer period of time, and it has more rigor and control around it, requires a consortium. I just think that we need to evaluate whether we're leaving money on the table for something that would be more valuable to us. Does that make sense?
What do you mean by money on the table?
So are you saying that maybe
So
something like this,
EMT
we need to kind of evaluate the return on investment? So is this going to end up costing us more than what we're earning from it in the sense of maintenance, I don't know, stuff for the building? I don't know what we could possibly incur for having to use the training room.
I mean, I guess you wear out chairs or
Yeah.
something. I don't really get.
And they're the ones providing all the equipment?
The only thing that we would be providing is the TV monitors, and they would be turned on, but they would plug their laptop in.
And your building runs 24 hours anyway, so it's not like you're really using extra utility to have them there.
Orders fast.
Yeah, might use a little more water if there's 20 people in the class using the toilet.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that would be, it's such a small.
We could have
I mean, you
an attorney look over the agreement?
Well, I'm just saying, like, I might say a lot of words, when few words do better. If we charge $150 per month for an EMT class, why would we not charge $300 per month?
It's not a
for
month,
paramedic?
if they use it, so they use it once a week, it's each night.
Each instance, okay.
Each night they
It's
come in, it's $150.
It's a session, like,
For each session they come, it's $150.
Yeah.
To that
And with this,
4 hour time frame.
with this for the paramedic training, would they be coming more often than with the EMT? Would it be about, is it like once a week? Is it once a month?
No, I don't know, that hasn't been set up.
Okay.
I don't know. My guess, it's a lot more information, it's a lot more, it would probably be, I would
More
guess it would be
often.
more, but I don't know. I could find out.
Next will
Do they get college credit for the medic one at least?
You don't need college credit for your medic.
You don't? Well, I didn't know if they did since it was still through the university.
No.
I just figured it'd be
Not
more
in
of a
their
regiment
pamphlet.
thing if they did credit that way.
In their pamphlet online, it's just the certificate for that company.
So are you needing anything from the board tonight?
Well, I didn't really, no, I
Okay.
don't need anything. I wanted to include that in, and, you know, he found a good, catch there about,
The classrooms with equipment.
which, we provide, and they don't, but, if you think I mean, I'm at your direction, so
Okay.
if it's something you don't want to do, you can just say, no, we're not gonna do it, or whatever. I mean, to me, it's a good thing, it's a
Yeah.
win for us, it's a good, I think it's a win for everybody.
well, we could potentially get a paramedic out of it.
Yeah, exactly.
Without speaking for the whole board, but just speaking for myself, it's definitely something that I think that we should explore further, definitely. I don't know if you need any motion from us tonight, I just want to make sure that we don't leave you hanging. And you know, you came to talk to us, and we're just like, okay, and then bye, and you're just like,
Yeah,
with no action, but.
I'll hold off on signing anything. If there's any clarity that you want from me, let me know what that is, and I'll get back to you with whatever you want to know, so.
Okay. And don't take my questions as I don't think it's a good idea. I think it's a good idea. I want to make sure that the city is mutually benefiting from the arrangement.
Yeah, I do too, but to me, I think we are.
Okay.
I mean, there is, you know, I think the money that we're gonna make is more than what, certainly, we're not gonna go in the hole on providing that classroom,
Mhm.
so.
You want to bring that through finance, when he's got an agreement?
Sure.
And that way, we can utilize an attorney to look at it?
Okay.
Okay, there's your direction.
There you go. All right. That's all. Do you have any other questions about anything else?
Thank you.
Okay, police department.
I guess that's me.
It is, all day long.
Thank you. My flowers, they're empty.
Leave it better than you found it.
Okay, is there anything that you need to address the board on? No?
I don't have anything unless you guys got something.
Questions?
The only thing that I had was I did have a question for the chief, because he wasn't obviously at the personnel committee, because he was on his vacation. So I don't know if you'd be able to answer these questions or not, but he had a discussion on there. He had it as discussion about lateral pay is all that we had it kind of labeled as on the personnel committee. And basically it was a discussion about with us hiring a communication officer who already has training and is already coming in experience. whether we should put them on step one or put them at a higher step. So that's something that we were going to discuss tonight, and that's why it wasn't part of the consent agenda to hire Deborah Reynolds, because she's coming in with, from my understanding,
Yeah, I mean, probably at least 20 years of dispatch
yeah,
experience.
extensive training.
Yeah,
So
and-
we essentially won't have to train her.
Right.
So that saves us a lot of time, energy, money. So what we wanted to discuss with personnel and with the chief was what step we feel would be appropriate to put her at as a hire.
That I don't know exactly, but yeah,
Yeah.
I think someone, at least on the police side, in years past, depending on experience, we have started officers above the step one.
Yeah.
I don't know if we've ever done that in my 16 years here for a communications officer, but this one would definitely warrant it.
Mhm.
Especially because of the time that we wouldn't spend on training, because
Yeah.
truthfully, we spend more time and resources on communication officers training them than we do police officers. So for some reason, it takes a lot longer to train a communication officer than it does a police officer.
I'm gonna, have us break and have Jared,
He said he was available. They asked
called.
earlier.
Yes,
Like phone him in.
yes,
Okay.
if that's okay with
Yeah, that'd be great.
everybody.
Because I was like, this, I don't want to just keep her waiting, like,
No.
not knowing if she's
We
getting
need
hired. or
Well, I mean,
not.
this is still pending the background investigation too. I
Yes.
believe so.
Yes.
Patrick,
So I won't talk about the one that's on our plate, but this question has come up a couple of times in the last couple of years. When we make a hire somebody that has experience, and we recommend a level that is greater than one. I think that there should be some formalized.
Yeah.
I think there should be some formalized process that says, if we're getting a highly qualified, somebody with a lot of experience, put a calculation to it. For every 2 years of outside experience in the field, that equates to 1 step increase off of base. Something that we can put a more standardized
I would
thing in.
say if we go that route, at least say that equivalent of our size or greater.
Sure, absolutely. Like,
Well, that's, I don't know if
Yeah.
we want to make it perfectly black and white. As far as you work this many years, you get set this grade, because there is a difference in being said, once you have an interview, you speak with somebody and you can see how beneficial is it going to be to put them in this department, in this
Yeah.
position. So it can be hard to make that an exact, and especially with something like, if you're talking about admin or something, where it's like, okay, well, I have HR experience, but I don't necessarily have city clerk experience, so does that translate exactly over? So I think there should be some discretion.
I just want it to
Open
be a
there,
spitball every
But
time.
I agree. Having it just be like, I don't know, feels like a good step forward. That does seem
Yeah.
random.
Well, it also, it can show some favoritism too.
Yes.
I think, and I think that's where
Uh-huh.
it could get us in trouble.
So I think having probably a base set of years, but then with, I don't know, some openness for there to
We can't
be.
get sick over the phone, right?
There you go.
So all I'm saying is outside of this conversation, like
Yeah.
we'll have this one, but I think separately from this, we should start a parallel activity with the drafting of that policy.
Yeah, and my understanding was from what I read in the personnel committee is that was something that the police chief wanted to discuss, was the lateral pay for dispatchers, like as a whole, not just for this individual person, because it was its own bullet. So that's probably something that would come through personnel, and we would probably come up with.
Helen, please record your message. When you finish record.
But yeah, I mean, that's something that I would probably recommend that we bring through personnel. And we could at least start with for dispatchers specifically, and then maybe look at it as a whole for different departments, as if someone's coming with experience, where would they go? And I don't know, the best person to consult.
Yeah.
Can I please call you on the speakerphone?
It's like, I don't feel good. I'll let everyone know, when I ring in on that speakerphone, it's very, very hard to hear. So speak very loudly, because I had a very hard time hearing the one time I called in.
everybody put their microphones close to them?
Hey, can you hear us?
I couldn't hear Matthew at all when I was home.
Jared, can you hear us?
Put the microphone, your micro,
Hey, can you hear us?
No, I can't.
No, you can't, okay.
okay.
So Hi, it's Serenity. It feels weird not being able to see you. We were having that discussion. I had it on the personnel committee report to discuss the lateral pay for dispatchers.
Yes.
So right now, the specific conversation we're having is for Deborah Reynolds. And basically my understanding was that she's coming to us with a lot of experience and we're gonna have to do little to no training for her. So we're trying to decide which step to put her at, and then maybe a broader discussion about, in general for dispatchers, if somebody comes in with experience, which step they should start at. Do I kind of have that right?
Yes.
Okay, so I would just kind of give you the floor here. I'm not sure where you what your idea was, where you wanted to go with this.
We need to know what you're recommending.
Yeah, we have a lateral step program per se for police officers. We just don't have one for dispatch, and I think we should.
Is this something that we could mimic off of the one you have for police?
Yes, I would think so.
So,
What is the one you got for police?
yeah, so are we able to see what it is for police? Are we able to just say we want to just make a copy of it and just have it, the steps be whatever it is for dispatch, and it kind of work the same way it does for police?
Yeah, and I would tell you what that is. I was planning on being here, but obviously that did not happen. And giving it to you all. I might be able to find it in my email.
Okay.
Because I don't have it memorized off the top of my head, so.
Is it something that we could grab from here?
Yeah, his office, if it's on his computer.
I mean, I don't know if, I'm not sure if that's something we could find. Because we don't need to have a full discussion about the lateral pay for dispatchers right now. We can have that at the next personnel committee meeting. But we are wanting to make sure we can get that approval to hire Deborah Reynolds through tonight, so that way we don't leave her waiting for another couple weeks. So we just need a direction on what would be the appropriate step to hire her at.
I think halfway through the scale would be appropriate, so like a 4. Because she has, I can't remember if it's 20 or 25 years experience at Gladstone, so.
And then there was like 5 at Riverside or something before that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know if we can.
Who's got, do you have the pay scale?
We all do. I think we should all have it in front of us.
Okay, all right. So step 4 would be?
So I'll make a note that the one that's in your packet is incorrect. So Matthew handed out a paper. It should be in front of everyone for the salary schedule. And we'd be looking at the one for communication officer. So step 1, it's the pay grade 116. So step 1 is 2237. Step 4 would be 2374. Step 5 would be 2422. So I don't know if, obviously I would prefer if we had that lateral step program for police, that we're not just kind of guessing here and just saying, hey, we kind of put you at step 4, hey, we kind of put you at step 5. I don't know the best way to move forward here.
Is there some way we could tentatively put it at 2374 and then upon review, go ahead and get her hired at something and then fix it if we went right?
The police one also has, we start already at a step 4 for incoming police officers.
Okay.
So the minimum pay rate for somebody with experience would be 5.
Okay.
So in my opinion, we should move that step 4 to step 1 on the police side of things.
Oh, so
and
like.
then scale out the other 4 steps. So there's more than 4 steps.
You're talking about
If you
also
bring somebody
updating.
in with 15 years experience, they're already topped out.
Okay.
There's nowhere for them to go.
So you're talking about updating the police officer salary schedule as well?
Correct.
Okay, that's definitely, again, I think we should bring that to the personnel committee.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we can discuss it at the next personnel committee meeting, and then we'll bring all of that to the board with our recommendations.
Yeah, so tentatively, I would say just keep her at a 4, and I'll try to figure out.
Yeah, so to answer Debbie's question, is that something that I assume that's something that we could do. We could put her at step 4, and then you can always
Fix it.
change it, right?
Yeah, what I was gonna start saying, all the hires we're bringing to the board are technically tentative hires.
Yes.
Because they're almost always pending a background check, a drug screen, a physical, whatever it is. In this case, I think she's still probably pending those items.
Yes,
So
according to the motion, it's still pending background checking, drug screen and all that. So I feel comfortable with doing a step 4 at 2374 and then having further review of the police officer step plan. And then we can update that if necessary, and then we'll bring the other items to personnel committee.
Sounds good.
Okay, is there a second?
Second.
John's doing the second. Okay, any further discussion? Clerk, call the roll.
Real quick, that should be all that we need from Chief if he wants to get back to resting.
Ready to go back to bed?
Yes, I am.
All right.
Thanks, Jerry.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I will be there tomorrow.
All right.
We'll talk,
Yeah, please don't.
All right. Thank you. Get feeling better.
All right, we'll see you.
It's that dirty lake water.
Yeah.
Okay, clerk, call the roll.
Gallagher,
Yes.
Kelly,
Yes.
Scarborough,
Yes.
Showers,
Yes.
Olson.
Yes.
Municipal court.
Okay,
Bring your microphone down to you, Sarah.
there you go. Okay.
Think about the greater good.
Every day. So I provided a report. I did not copy over the formula, so I provided a new comparison.
So the real number for 2024 is not the 104,000, it's the 69,000, or it's not the 69,000, it's the 104.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah. That's all I have.
Can you tell us whether this is good or not? I'm sorry. Like, what's the context to this? We get it every month, I know.
Right, I mean, it's just really a comparison from the year prior, so it could,
So did we increase our court costs in 2025?
we increased them in 2020 when we went to Show Me Court. We had to add a $7.50 automation fee,
Okay,
but besides that, no.
okay.
So it could kind of give you insight of where we're at citations wise, but really, I mean, it just depends on if there's so many ways to fluctuate it. I
So,
did amnesty this month, so it could kind of go up if people paid more. The month of March and April go up based on income tax.
so the very bottom 2 lines that say just 2024 and just 2025, is that point in time gross totals?
Yes.
Okay, so at this point in 2024, we were at 104, and as of July of 2025, we're at 105. So you're
Right.
you're tracking both years month by month. Okay.
Yeah, and that's what I didn't copy down. That's
I
why
got you.
it was still 69.
Okay.
Because I hadn't added in the newest cell, which I do each month.
So we're roughly in line with what we were at before, plus $300 essentially. Okay,
All right,
cool. Thank you for explaining that a little bit.
thank you.
Back up for the.
Okay, Public Works.
So provide a report to you guys, including, I did not put in this packet the initial bid from 10, because I didn't want it to get confused, with, which one's which. I could have, I guess, easily wrote on, original bid, revised bid, but that's why I made that breakdown page. And his answer was there. So one of the reasons the mobilization, the question was the mobilization for the parking lot. One of the reasons that he had that higher was because he was asked by me, since this is a 24/7 operation, to do it in 2 parts.
Okay.
Yeah. And he wasn't gonna leave, he says he wasn't gonna leave the equipment back in the corner. I'll definitely need, cooperation with, getting vehicles out of the way. Probably, if there's any of the unused police vehicles, they can maybe get parked up at, Public Works. So, yeah, so he came down to 6,300 and like Green and I talked, we said, well, that pays basically for Ron's sewer scope deal. And his was, the last time we did a large sewer scope of 32 linear feet, it was 55,000. That was in 2017. So, you know. Any
I
questions?
am happy that they rebid the mobilization fees. And,
Yeah.
got us some savings.
Yeah, definitely.
Thank you for working that, Chris.
What's that?
Thank you for working that.
Oh, yeah, glad to do it. Any questions about anything else on here?
That bid, you don't need an approval or anything that for tonight, do you? Or do you need, what do you need from us tonight?
Did you include the ordinance in here for the? Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
There's
I'm
one of these council bills back here.
Yeah,
Okay.
so I need to call Nick in the morning and say,
Yeah, I see it.
hey, it was approved because he's freaking out. He wants to get us on
The schedule.
list. Yeah. Because they're filling up.
Okay,
So,
cool.
All right?
I totally spaced on the fact that it was a bill as well.
Yeah, that's cool. Anything else?
Nope.
All right.
Thank
Thank you.
Okay, Personnel Committee.
Yeah, we already had care of mine, so the only other piece was
Yay.
that the other hiring, terminations, promotions are all included in the consent agenda.
Finance Committee, anything?
We talked about MOSIP. We're gonna get started moving on that pretty quickly. Also, we are starting our first budget meetings as an internal. The internal number creation will start in August. So us as a board will start seeing some finance committee meetings in October, September timeframe to start looking at the draft budget that comes out of the in internal discussions. So just be on the lookout for that. That's all that I have.
New business. John?
I would like to entertain potentially moving our legal counsel to Lauber Municipal Law from Tom and Jerry.
Withers and Brand.
Withers.
Withers, Brand, Ego, and Melodice.
Okay. So we've been randomly using Lauber for a while, and they specialize in municipal law where our current firm, that's not their specialty. And they most generally just say, well, we talked to Myrna and this is their idea, or the Missouri Municipal League, instead of giving us legal opinion. I don't think we're getting our money's worth out of them. And the Lauber will cost us a little bit more money, but I think what we're gonna get for a return is gonna be substantial.
And they already do the TIF. They already do employment for us. So I'd rather have them do it all. And they're at $2.15 an hour versus
I'm not real clear on the breakdown, the hourly rate for those. I know the way they bill out, they give us a $500 credit when one of the attorneys does work, and then when the other one does a 500, and there's a breakdown for some of their staff. But we generally get billed a little above the $1,000 a month that we're retainer,
Yeah,
so to speak. So I don't think Lawver does a retainer as
They do
such.
not.
That's what I was gonna ask.
They
We would-
bill straight hourly.
Yes,
And it's, what'd you say, 215?
215.
I think we'd end up saving money.
In the long run, potentially we could,
Yeah.
but we definitely, because they have such an array of attorneys that specialize in different things, when you can call out there and they say, oh, you need to talk to this person, they call you right back instead of somebody
Mhm.
making 25 phone calls to find an answer, and the answer you get is, well, you could do it this way, or this way, or this way.
So what is something like this? I mean, this seems, I feel like this would be a pretty big move as a city. So is this something that takes an ordinance? How
No,
does this, yeah, how would this
it's
work?
it's an appointment by me,
Okay,
unfortunately.
so would the board
Unfortunately.
even be,
No.
would you even need a board approval for it?
Yeah,
I think
I think
it is
so.
appointment with approval.
Okay, so you would recommend the appointment and then the board would vote on it?
Mhm.
Okay, is that something you want to do tonight?
No, this is for discussion only at this point. Think about it. If you've got questions, please let me know or come through the finance committee at this point because it's about money.
So I will say, I would like to understand a little bit more. Maybe we could do a quick analysis of how many hours we have used Tom and Jerry and Lawver over the last, since January, to kind of predict what our usage will be for the remainder of the year. Like by month, we engage Tom and Jerry and Lawver a total of 6 hours, 7 hours, 8 hours, whatever that looks like.
Okay.
And then I'll just provide my own personal context. I've been doing this alderman stuff for about 2.5 years now, and my experience with Tom and Jerry has been less than stellar. I mean, I'm not going to give specific examples, but there's been some instances that I think that we could use some better legal advice as a board. And I think our experience with Lawver shows that they are a little bit more engaged and in what happens with their city. An engagement that I haven't seen from Tom and Jerry since I've worked on the board. So that's my personal experience. I want to make sure that from a finance perspective, we are keeping in line with our budget amount for legal and try to make sure that we're working within that.
Do they both provide just like a statement of what they charge? Like, so if we could maybe have.
Are you asking if it's an itemized billing?
So if, when we're talking to Lawver and saying, hey, we're considering using you guys as our legal counsel, do they let us know, okay, this is what we charge, these are our fees? And then if, I don't want to say Tom and Jerry again. What's the name again?
Withers and Brand.
Withers and Brand have the same thing, because that'd be obviously a nice, just apples to apples comparison. If this is what they charge, this is what the other charges, and we can bring that before finance as well. So if we can have that
Okay,
comparison too.
sounds good. So please think about it. Ask for any kind of documentation you want.
And when is the next finance committee meeting?
We don't have one scheduled yet.
Okay.
It'll be around the time that we, unless something else happens, where we might need to have one sooner. I think the first ones that we're talking about are going to be in September.
Okay?
Does that timeline work for this discussion? Or we need to move it up sooner?
Nope.
Okay. Perfect.
I'd be happy if we had the change in place by October. So, all right.
Very good.
Anything else?
That's all I had.
All right, let's go to ordinances. And let me get- All right, are we on Council Bill number 3608? Okay, please read the Council Bill for 3608.
An ordinance approving an agreement between the city of Pleasant Valley, Missouri and firefighter EMT Jackson Stephanie to reimburse tuition and related fees.
Do I hear a motion to approve
So
Council Bill 3608 on the first and place it on the second?
So moved.
Second. Okay, second by John. Any discussion? Please call the roll.
Gallagher,
Yes.
Callaghan,
Yes.
Scarborough,
Yes.
Showers,
Yes.
Olson.
Yes.
Okay. That's motion approved, and please read Council Bill number 3608 for a second time.
An ordinance approving an agreement between the city of Pleasant Valley, Missouri and firefighter EMT Jackson Stephanie to reimburse tuition and related fees.
Do I hear a motion to approve Council Bill number 3608 on the second reading and adopt it as ordinance number 3607?
So moved?
Second.
Okay, discussion? Clerk, call the roll.
Gallagher,
Yes.
Callaghan,
Yes.
Scarborough,
Yes.
Showers,
Yes.
Olson.
Yes.
Motion approved. All right, Matthew, let's read Council Bill number 3610.
An ordinance approving an agreement between the city of Pleasant Valley, Missouri and Tandem Paving Company, Inc. for services relating to street improvements.
I need a motion to approve Council Bill 3610 on the first and place on the second.
So moved.
Second?
Okay. Discussion. Clerk, call the roll.
Gallagher,
Yes.
Callaghan,
Yes.
Scarborough,
Yes.
Showers,
Yes.
Olson.
Yes.
All right, and please read Council Bill number 3610 for a second time.
An ordinance approving an agreement between the city of Pleasant Valley, Missouri and Tandem Paving Company, Inc. for services relating to street improvements.
Okay, do I hear a motion to approve Council Bill number 3610 on the second reading and adopt it as ordinance number 3609?
So moved.
Second?
Okay, discussion. Clerk, call the roll.
Gallagher,
Yes.
Callaghan,
Yes.
Scarborough,
Yes.
Showers,
Yes.
Olson.
Yes.
Okay. Motion is approved. Is there a motion to adjourn?
Real quick before we
Okay.
adjourn, I realized I forgot to mention that I spoke with Matthew at the Personnel Committee about receiving my Alderman packet virtually via email. Matt, we said that he should probably check with Lauber to make sure that we were safe to do that. And then I received it via email, so I assume that we are.
I didn't check,
Okay.
but I'm confident it is because like in Parkville, the majority of.
That's how it's done. Yeah, so I just wanted to let people know I received mine virtually, so that way we didn't have to have the police officer drop it off at my house and use all the paper. So if anyone else is interested in doing that, it can just be as a individual basis. Otherwise, you would still get it delivered to you by mail, but just so you know, that's why I've got my laptop here and get my
I
packet
want to buy a
virtually.
new laptop or a new battery.
Yeah. But just so you know, that is an option. So if anyone's interested in doing that, you can just reach out to Matthew, let him know.
Okay. Sarah, did you want something?
No.
Okay.
I was encouraging the motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn?
Okay, who's,
Was that second?
Second.
Everyone wants to stay.
clerk call the roll?
Gallagher,
Yes.
Callaghan,
Yes.
Scarborough,
Yes.
Showers,
Yes.
Olson.
Yes.
All right. Thank you all
Good job, Cindy.
for coming. Appreciate your presence. And